Oh yes, legends, we are live. How is everybody doing? We're going to be doing the technical analysis for the price of Bitcoin. What a bounce we did have yesterday. My goodness, what the heck is going on? Is the low in? Should we get excited or calm down, legends? This could be a trap. It could be a bull trap. All right, we're going to talk about the bullish case, of course. What are the levels that need to hold? Which are the levels of interest for our different trading scenarios? And what levels do we need to break, right, to consider this a bullish move? Could this be the end of the correction? Looks like that we have attempted to break out from the neckline, right over here. You would arguably discuss that, yeah, it was an attempt in breaking the neckline from the head and shoulder pattern. This is a classic fake out, legends, all right? Classic fake out. We did get a beautiful bounce, guys. What a bounce of almost $8,000. No, actually over $8,000 because we did hit 97.2K. What a bounce that we've had here of $8,000 in the last 24 hours, actually less than 24 hours, right? Just yesterday evening here, UAE time, we were actually doing the live stream while we were dropping down, right? We've got lots of views, a lot of people saying, oh my goodness, what the heck's going on? How low can we go? Is it going to break down? We got a beautiful bounce on the daily, right? Which was absolutely phenomenal, right? That bounce on the daily was epic here. And we just recovering pretty nicely. So now the question is, hey, is this a good bounce? Is it strong? Do we have high volume? Well, we can take a look at the volume. There's no doubt we're having a lot of buying pressure right over here eventually. I mean, this was explained throughout yesterday's live stream, right? Where do people take profit? Well, at a major high or at a major low. Where do people put limit orders, right, to buy or sell crypto? Well, either at a high or either at a low, right? So there's a lot of people buying at the lows, and there's a lot of people from shorts that are taking profits at the lows, right? At the lows of the range. So you have that natural reaction. Unless there's going to be a lot of selling pressure, right, at the lows, you're not going to break down. You're just going to see a huge amount of buying pressure, buying the lows basically, right? This is not a moment to fear. It's a moment to be ready for this potential bounce. We got a nice bounce of $8,000. Now we're going to do the technical analysis, of course, right? Because the people that have been shorting the breakout based on a head and shoulder, they are very much underwater. They are getting stressed, right? And they're like, what the heck is going on? I thought we were going to go down. This is the end bear market, right? Well, eventually, guys, we need to understand the liquidity that there is, right? And the fake outs. This is a bunch of nonsense, right? Head and shoulder breakout. Well, we do know that you could get that first reaction bounce, right? That fake out, which did happen. We've got that beautiful reaction at the daily level, right? We've got a daily close and open that was not tested, right? Back from the 17th, 18th of November that we were eyeing very, very carefully. We did a wick, you know, over $800, right? Below that daily. So you needed to manage risk here. I like the wicks that are $200, $300, $400, but the moment you get to 1,000 or 1,500, it's like, you know, I don't want to risk too much in this trade because, you know, we could get a quick little bounce and then roll back down. You know, the risk to reward isn't that sexy, right? However, if you're in that long position, well, eventually, you know, you need to maintain some of that long. I mean, I have taken most of the profits here as we are at these highs right there. And there is a possible bearish case. I'm actually attempting a short position. I've deleveraged from this short because, you know, we are getting the choppiness here. We have hit the 0.88 Fibonacci from the highs with this volume, you know, big wick here to the upside. This was based on the news that we had today. Today at 5:30 Central European time, sorry, UAE time, we did our PPI, right? And just as we got the news out, just around about 2 hours from now, we did get that quick little spike up. You know, S&P stock market was getting a bit of a movement up that did give that reaction to Bitcoin. Now, there's a situation here, of course, where as you do get this movement down and you hit the 0.88 Fibonacci, you know, this does increase the probability that you're going to take out this high, right? Because I want to see a nice zigzag hit the 50%, 618, Fibonacci retracement, form a classic lower high breakdown. The moment you start hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci, it decreases the probability for a movement down, okay? It's just all about the different probabilities of what the next move could come, right? So I did get into short. I added to the short position. I deleveraged, took a bit of profit, very, very small position, and got my stop loss right over here. And, you know, basically I do see the possibility of the price breaking out, but it's a minor position, guys. Anybody that did get into the long position here yesterday on the daily level, right, and hold it on, right, did take a bit of profit at the highs, held on to some of that long position, well, eventually made some profits, right? It ended up in a fake out. We actually moved here very aggressively. We'll be going through a little bit of what we were talking about yesterday with the technical analysis, right? What was talked about yesterday? Well, you know, could have we possibly formed yesterday? We were talking about the possibility of the price forming a flat scenario, right? A flat scenario, but basically what happened is that we did hit the golden pocket right over here from the highs to the lows. So this invalidated the possibility of a flat, right? Which was this A wave, B wave, C wave. And we talked about, hey, if we do get to the golden pocket, this will no longer look like a 1, 2, 3, and we're looking at a fourth wave on a flat, and then roll down for a fifth wave, and then maybe get a larger bounce. The moment you hit the golden pocket, it invalidates the possibility of a wave 4, and that gives you the bullish probability, right? Where you are looking for a retracement and the price to take out the highs and continue to the upside, right? That was the scenario. This was the invalidation level from yesterday for the bears to actually come back down and hit the wick. So this would bring you a lot of confidence yesterday. We move up here and this flat scenario gets invalidated. So if you're in a long position from the daily, you want to hold on tight to that long, guys, because we could be going to higher levels. This is basically what happened after hitting that invalidation for the bearish case, right, which was to form another wave. So we end up with the conclusion of, hey, has this been a 5-wave move down? It was in the end. I was a little bit skeptical because this looked very one wavy. If you go to the lower time frames, yeah, you could map and picture a little zigzag right there, but yeah, you know, I was in doubt of this move. I was in doubt. The timing compared of the third wave was very short in time, right? This third wave is very long in time, and the fourth wave is very short in time. So could we map this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, you know, I wasn't too convinced. Regardless, you know, this was a long opportunity. And the main reason why this was a good long opportunity, because we mentioned yesterday on that daily, right? Recovery of the daily, guys. I entered really late. I entered somewhere around in this zone, right? I never try and catch the low because this looks like a successful breakdown. If I enter here, I don't know where to put my stop. And if I don't know where to put my stop, then you are trading with no plan, right? No stop, no plan, and you're hoping for a reversal. So whoever catch the short here, I want to know where your stop loss was, right? If you catch the lows right there, where was your stop loss? You probably don't have a proper answer. I can tell you my stop loss was down here. This is why, you know, it was a little bit of too much of a move, right? The risk to reward was not that huge. I already took significant profits here, and I left some of the position as we did hit the 618 Fibonacci from the move down. Taking most of the profits now with this movement to the upside, and actually attempting some shorts. We're going to go through that right away, okay? So overall, looking at the charts, you can see I have no moving averages or no nothing, right? No Bollinger Bands, no RSI, no nothing. It's just pure price action and Fibonacci legends. This is the beauty, right, as well, of Elliott wave theory and understanding the structure and the probability of the momentum to continue to the upside or to continue to the downside, right? I don't need any fancy indicators. That is for the noobs, right? We can basically read the charts on candlesticks, all right? A little bit of CVD divergence, a bit of the delta, right, to see actually if the volume is very powerful. I can say, yeah, without a doubt, it does help to take some trading decisions, right? But overall, the pure analysis is done like this, just a chart, right? Just blank, just price action, legends, you know, hey, you know, a bit of daily levels. Okay, I have to say, we do have a few things. We do take a few things into consideration, but we try and keep it as simple as possible. If you do enjoy the content, let's smash up that like button, because if not, I am going to absolutely end this stream right now, legends. That's it. I'm done. I'm done, legends. Come on. we need that like button to absolutely rock it. Let me just take a guess here. I'm going to scroll down, see if who's live, because yeah, probably Crypto Banter or maybe somebody else with a larger amount of views is live. I do have some news that we can talk about, legends, all right? There is some news that we can talk about, all right? If you fancy a little bit of news, more than technical analysis, we got a bunch of that. We had some ETF outflows. I can bet my ass tomorrow we're going to see some inflows from today, legends, because of the bounce. This is classic. Retail are basically buying, not retail, well, basically companies, but overall, classic. You get the movement down, you got the panic sellers, ETF outflows. You start getting a bounce. I can bet my ass tomorrow on the live stream there's going to be inflows today from this bounce formed in the last 24 hours. I can bet $500. If we do not get out inflows tomorrow, guys, I'm going to send $500 of Bitcoin to a lucky winner, all right? No likes needed. $500 worth of Bitcoin or US dollar tether, whatever they want, right? And I'm just going to go through the comments if we do have outflows tomorrow, guys. If we have inflows, there's no giveaway, okay? And I'm just going to go through the comment section, so you need a comment right there if tomorrow, if we do see outflows, right? Remember this, guys. Remind me, if there's outflows tomorrow, I am going to give $500 worth of Bitcoin to a lucky winner. Let's give the money away, guys. Who cares? Let's go. I'll be just doing this. Bam. And then you're going to post carving 4K, for example, your Bitcoin wallet, and I will be sending you some Bitcoin directly here on the live stream. That is if we do have some outflows. I can already tell you that we have a high probability that we're going to see some inflows based on the bounce, because people sell when the price goes down, and when it goes up, we have inflows, right? What a classic reaction. Anyway, we are going to have inflows tomorrow, says. That's cool. Hamster, absolutely, guys. Come on. You know, for the community. Outflows. We're going to see outflows tomorrow. Outflows, please. Yeah, let's see if we do get outflows or inflows. I mean, this bounce, let's just look at the timing. This bounce was from yesterday, okay? So yeah, overall today we should have that, you know, market sentiment. We sell when we go down, we buy when it goes up, right? So the ETF is pretty accurate. I need to map the movements, but I can tell you it's like inflows, outflows, inflows, outflows, inflows, outflows. So it's giving you the market movements, right? You know, I buy the top and I sell the bottom, right? What a classic newbie way of thinking. Anyway, let's go right away through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. And we're going to focus on the price of Bitcoin right away, legends, okay? Because there is a scary scenario. Oh my goodness, we love the scary, right? The scariness. There is a bearish case scenario, but there is a bullish one, right? Which the bullish one is, we have finished. This was it, legends. This was it. Something very curious, taking a little bit of the higher time frame consideration, right? Because I know we do have, oh my goodness, is the top in of $108,000, because we have formed from the bottom of November of 2022, guys. Seems like the bear market was years ago already, right? The bear market happened. You know, we've had a bull market. We just haven't had a major altcoin season in this bull market, right? Bitcoin has done from the low, you know, over at 7x, right? 8x in less than 2 years. That is really good returns. Come on, this has been a bull run. I would be happy if we do see a bear market for the next coming days. I know most of you won't, but I don't mind. You know, I've been positioned very nicely throughout the bull run. Some altcoins are not doing great, but overall my highest altcoins is Bitcoin and Chainlink, right? Some Ethereum as well. So we've been buying at very low levels, and I have not been buying throughout the last year. There's been no accumulation for me in this range. I've been accumulating like a crazy guy, right, throughout this zone. So overall, if we do get a bear market, we are good, right? It doesn't matter. But anyway, you would come to the conclusion that, hey, we've had a bull run, right? Stop, you know, having fantasies, right, with Bitcoin going to, you know, $300,000 or going to $1 million And, you know, it's the same story from every cycle. Everybody's like, mass adoption, we're getting the countries, you know, buying Bitcoin and rest of it, we're going to absolutely moon. There's no doubt about it, right? There's no doubt about it, but we need to take some profits. I told my community that I sold 5% at $90,000 and 5% just over $100,000 from the Bitcoin that I've been buying throughout the last few years. You just need to have some cash on the sidelines for whatever happens. If profits are profits, nobody went broke by taking profits, right? By the way, look at my, hey, I have a problem, guys. You know, this was the only bottle of water that I managed to find. Okay, it's Disney Princess. That's what we have today. So regardless about this scenario, guys, what's happening with the like button? What's happening with the views? Who's live right now on YouTube that is getting the viewers from me? Damn you. Is it 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿𝗫? Is it 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗃𝗏? Is it Tom Crown? You know, who else comes to my mind that could be stealing my viewers? Some other legends. 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗃𝗏, he deserves it. He's an absolute legend. Love his streams. Anyway, you know, a bit of higher time frame legends, right? A little bit of higher time frame. Anybody that is not aware of Elliott wave theory, has to be one of the most powerful ways in understanding the charts, understanding the impulsive moves, where the money is, where we are in corrections, right? We do have classic 5 waves already, right? I do think that we're going to squeeze a little bit higher on this 5th wave. There is a count that is telling me that we are still having a 4-5 move to the upside. But anybody that is not aware of Elliott wave theory, it's absolutely the magic, right? Especially on the cycles, and higher time frame has to be the easiest way, right, to analyze, you know, the different waves. When you go to the bear market lows here, actually the bear market lows were right over here in 2018 in December, right? So you got the first initial wave, right? The classic wave, right? In the middle of the bull run, the disbelief rally, then you have the C19 crash, then you have this absolute big major rocket, right? They're different times, guys, different times. There was so much money printing going on here in 2020 that we had an explosive bull run altcoin season, right? It's not quite yet there, right? We ain't seen some money printing activity just yet. I assume it's going to happen once we get President Trump in and, you know, we start seeing crap hit the fan, right? We're going to have to see a few trillion printing activity, a bit of inflation going up, and, you know, risk assets absolutely exploding. But overall, just what I want to point out here, you could arguably discuss that, you know, this was the 5 wave moves to the upside in the bull run, right? We do have the classic Elliott wave theory, higher time frame, very explosive, right, on the daily chart. So here we do have this. We do have this, right? We do have 5 waves from the bottom. It's pretty damn clear, right? The question is, do we have enough steam to get another leg up? And that's when we need to focus on the latest wave, right? What the heck is happening from here to here, right? Do we have solid 5 waves? Are there multiple 1-2s? We got multiple 4-5s coming. Now, the most bullish case scenario is considering, right, this is like extremely moon boy mentality, right? It's only bullish and doesn't see the bearish case. I see the bullish and the bearish. I am bullish. I do see another all-time high happening in the coming weeks. But, you know, there's explanations and there's levels. As traders, we need to understand you need to be a bull bear or a bear bull, whatever, but not only bullish and, oh my goodness, you know, I do have a portfolio for the long term that I'm not trading and speculating. I just buy and accumulate and leave the Bitcoin there. But I have actually taken a bit of profits right there, right? Just around about the $100,000. It's just sensible. We have to do it. So overall, right, the question is right now, do we have a bit more steam here? The most bullish case scenario is looking at this as a double 1-2, right? 1-2, 1-2. We are just busy with the 3rd wave, right? And then we're going to start forming 4-5s, right? 4-5, 4-5. And what you're considering here is this being a wave 1 right over here, bang, right? This is the wave 3, which we're still busy with, right? With the 3rd wave, 4 and 5. And then we're going to get another 4-5, which is ultimately finishing, right, that full Elliott wave, right, move to the upside, where you do have 5 waves inside of the 3rd wave, right? That's like the extreme bullish case super cycle. We are going to go to $200,000. That is a bit moon boy mentality, which could happen. I'm not saying it cannot, right? It is a possibility. it is possible. There are some invalidations without a doubt. The moment you start breaking down, right, your invalidation for that 112 is basically coming down to $50,000. The moment you take out this low, it's like, okay, guys, we are in a bear market, right? This is classic, right? This is classic. You are bullish until you break major support levels, right? So, you know, instead of taking profits at the highs, right, from Bitcoin that you have bought throughout the last few years, we are still bullish. We are still forming higher lows. The moment you're going to be bearish is down here, right? And, you know, I enjoy Tom Crown sometimes, right? Just for entertainment. I don't use any of his tools or strategies, or not Tom Crown. What's his name? I forgot his name. The one, the Cave Crown. Tom Crown, is it? Not Tom Crown. It's I can't remember his name. Eric Crown. Sorry, Eric Crown. And he was talking about the structure, right? Which is, I mean, it is true, and saying, you know, not that bearish yet, right? Not bearish yet. He talked about a scenario of coming down at very low levels, and that is when he would be bearish, right? And I was like, hang on a second. So the moment that we break structure and we come down to $50,000, is that the moment that I need to sell, right? Is that the moment that I need to sell because we've broken the uptrend? Come on, legends. It's not how it works. Of course, you're going to be bearish when you break down, but you want to be a little bit smarter. Start collecting DCA out, right? A little bit. Not too much, guys. I'm only taking 10%. So if we do come into a bear market, right, just out of speculations, which I don't think is happening, I'll be riding 90% of the profits down, okay, from all what I bought here, right? I'll be riding that movement down. I'll only be taking 10%. So just scratching a little bit off the surface, right? Anyway, now to understand a little bit of what the heck is going on here with this latest move, right? I never do higher time frame, guys, but I think it's about time, right? We always focus on the day trading scalping scenarios, but I think a little bit of higher time frame is very much, you know, people are going to appreciate a little bit of higher time frame and the perspective here. There is a possibility that this could be the end of the fifth wave. Right, let's just leave it that way. There is a count in believing that, you know, maybe that was the end, $108,000. I don't think so, but there is a count that it is possible, which doesn't look too good. It doesn't look that good, all right? Based on timing, it seems like we should be getting another leg to the upside. Now, this was a massive, very, very complex corrective structure, which you have to map in a WXY, right? This is like extremely difficult, hardcore, right, correction move that you only understand when you're basically at the end stages, right? Where you can see here, I mean, in my opinion, you know, here, looking at this structure, this ended up in a W right there, and an X right over here, and then the Y, which did form a triangle. We were talking about this triangle here throughout August, right, September, about a possible breakout soon. Now, inside of this range, you do have, okay, inside of this range, you do have a zigzag right over here. You do have a flat right over here, a running flat, and then you have the triangle, right? And in this triangle, you're breaking out. So some people believe that this is just an ABC right there. It is a bit more complex, right, than that, or here and here, right? However, if you're counting this as a C wave, you need 5 waves down, and this is very 3-wavy, right? So, you know, the basic TA guys on Elliott wave theory are going to say that this is an ABC right over here, right? And the impulse starts from here. You know, it makes more sense eventually for me to understand this as this right there. Very, very complex. Not many understand the WXY corrections right there. Okay, so the real impulsive move starts from here. The real movement to the upside, you know, are going to be discussed from here, right? Starts from this point. So now is where it gets very interesting, and you analyze the waves, because I can see, okay, a movement up here in a one wave, and you got another one right over here, right? There's another one right there, which is very confusing. Got a bit of a running flat right there, something very confusing. Or actually you do have, you know, 5 waves to the upside right there, and this the correction. Regardless, it's a wave, right? That's a correction move. Then you got the third wave, right? So you got a double 1-2 right there. You got a double 1-2-1-2. The second 1-2 is part of the third wave. Now the question is, that comes to my mind, right? This has been the third wave right over here, okay? And now we still have the fourth and the fifth one on the formation, and potentially another one, right? Because potentially you haven't even finished the third wave, right? And you're still in the third wave. I mean, overall, it doesn't look like a proper ending structure. Based on the timing, based on the shallow pullbacks on the fourth wave, this looks more like a long fourth wave, right? This does look like that it's looking more bullish, right? More bullish it looks like. I mean, and we're talking higher time frame here. We're talking for the next coming weeks. Not that this is the low and we're going to pump now to all-time high in the coming days. The structure doesn't look properly, all right, for the price to actually, and Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a dumpy action here. But overall, let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. My goodness, I forgot to change the music here, and I put some music that I'm not allowed to put on YouTube. So now is, you know, I can tell you already that this movement does not look impulsive to the downside. Any breakdown that happens from here is not solid. We are going to take all-time high at some point in the next coming weeks. I'm confident, right? And you never should listen to an analyst that is confident on something that says it's going to happen 100% regardless of what happens next. Never listen to somebody that has too much confidence, right, based on analysis, because you will get wrecked. But I am pretty confident. I would have to say that there is a 90% chance in the next coming weeks that we are going to be hitting all-time high, and this movement is corrective. There is no strength in this move for the moment. For the moment, I can change my opinion, right, depending if we break down, because we cannot be ever too confident, right? So could this be a double 1-2 right there, and we're just going to form a 3-4-5-4-5, and we're moving impulsively? I mean, the double 1-2 is the only thing that I'm scared about. A double 1-2 right there. But regardless, this movement down does not look impulsive from all-time high. I can explain that in detail, guys, right now. And this is what is giving me the confidence. This movement down is giving me the confidence that whatever happens here is going to be corrective. We'll be coming up to all-time high. There is no proper selling pressure and bearish structure on this movement to the downside. There's actually 7 waves. There's actually 7 waves down, and we can zoom in here. All right, this might sound Chinese for anybody that doesn't know a little bit of Elliott wave theory, but overall, the thing about this movement down, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in a 7 waver, what you have is a double zigzag most commonly, right? Which is a zigzag right there, a zigzag here, and a zigzag right there. To map this as a very strong impulsive move, lots of overlaps, okay? So it's not an expanding wave either. You know, this for me, I'm pretty confident that this is an A wave. This is an A wave or a W in a WXY or an ABC corrective move, just because the movement down doesn't have a proper 5-wave structure. Okay, so that is bringing me confidence that all of this that's happening here, all of this fest that's happening, is highly likely that we are corrective. Okay, we can map different scenarios on the higher time frame, but I think people are a little bit more focused on, you know, what is going on now. Okay, higher time frame, yes, we know that all of this could be just a bunch of volatility, and we're just going to hit all-time high in the coming weeks. We know that, right? So I know the macro bulls are going to be pretty confident that, you know, hey, we're going to hit all-time high, you know, in the next coming weeks, give or take months probably, right, after the bit of a shakeout and a bit of panic. The recovery is inevitable for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has, you know, there's no top for Bitcoin. There's never a top for Bitcoin. There can be local tops. Anyway, let's stop talking nonsense and focus on the proper technical analysis. Shall we do that, right? Shall we do that? Like button, we're getting a lot of people joining in. The like button is a little bit laggy. Like button needs to get to 500 right away, legends. Like button needs to get to 500. Come on. Oh, this is a soft live stream. We're under 1,000 viewers. Let's go to comment section. Then we'll focus a little bit on what's going on here. Okay. Aditya, my brother, a shout out to you. Andy, James, XRP. Should we close all position of alts? What? No, well, I'm not selling altcoins on the dip. Of course not. I'm riding the blood. Okay. It's not the moment. It's not the moment. Right. Love from Florida. Andy, did BTC take off too quick? Maybe another leg down. MT, I do believe so. A leg down. This is what we're going to talk about right now, guys. The next movement is going to map what could be the next scenario. Could we be taking out the low, or actually, you know, looking at this as a correction? That is what we're going to map, guys, right now in the next coming minutes. Okay, giving the explanation, the Fibonacci levels, Elliott wave theory, understanding and looking at the different possibilities. But of course, right, people that are noobs and basically relatively new to trading are going to come and say, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, right? He's talking about, you know, he's bearish or he's bullish, right? He doesn't know what he's talking about because he doesn't know if he's bullish or bearish. Well, there are levels on the chart, right? Just like the daily level yesterday and the possibility of getting a bounce, right? The trading scenario of yesterday, sometimes you're going to map a couple of scenarios and you will have the planets aligning saying this is actually a pretty good long position, right? Once you see the reaction, which is what we did yesterday, right? We mentioned the daily level and we were breaking down a little bit aggressively, right? Oh, you know, it's not, you know, not successfully moving above it. This wick is looking a bit too big. Then we ended up recovering from that daily, and the possibilities of yesterday, taking into consideration the highs of the last few days, right, at 95,900, right? Just so you know that when we map the technical analysis, not always, right, every day is day one. Not always we're going to have the perfect trade, right? Trading is not easy. There's days that I don't trade because I just can't see something clear, right? It's just, and to be a good trader, you need to get into very good trading setups, right? You just can't randomly say, I'm long, I'm short, you know, we're going to bounce, we're going to reject. No, you need to try and map the highest probability trade. And yesterday, we knew that there was a high probability on this bounce that this breakdown was highly unlikely going to successfully move down to lower levels. And you may ask yourself, why, right? The question is why? I have the why. I do have the answer of why. It was mentioned on yesterday's live stream. Why are you confident that from this bounce, a breakdown from this low will not successfully break down? And it all has to do with this little bad boy up here. It all has to do with this. It all has to do with this movement down. This is the answer to my question of why are we going to bounce here? Why is there a high chance that we're not going to break down to $88,000, $87,000 and lower? Because of this. Why this? Because on this movement down, there were two scenarios. You either finish an impulsive move down in 5 waves, and the 5th wave cannot go down forever. It's going to finish. It's going to finish at some stage. This is why a successful breakdown is like, yeah, come on. We're already moving down in a 5th wave. That 5th wave is going to finish soon. Or the other scenario, regardless being a 5th wave, it was the scenario that I was leaning more ahead to, was the ABC flat. There's 2 scenarios here. You either finish a 5-wave move and you recover, or you haven't finished the 5th wave yet here and you get an ABC flat, which was not the case. We retraced to the 618 Fibonacci, which was too much. It was too much. That invalidates the ABC flat. giving you a high chance that this is bullish. You're going to go higher. You're going to be ranging. You're going to go higher. So thanks to this movement down, I recognized that, yeah, we got a chance that the daily can recover, and this breakdown is not going to go too much to the downside. It ain't going to happen. This is why the long was taken. The long was taken at the daily, but on the recovery, that long was taken. I don't long here at the lows. I need that recovery. I need that wick to jump into the long position, because if not, I'm not longing, right? So I need the rejection to understand the weakness of the chart. By the way, guys, if you are interested in trading, Weeks has a competition right now. You do get that link down below where you get a $20,000 deposit bonus, fee discounts, okay? You get the best fee discounts also with the link, and there is a competition going on, okay? 150,000 prize pool. You got a Mercedes, a Rolex, gold bar. Check out the link down below, guys. We need to move some volume here if you want to start getting some prizes. It's the best exchange alternative to Bybit. You just need an email and a password, okay? Check the link for Weeks down below. You got the competition link as well here, okay? Check out Weeks, guys. So overall, giving that explanation of the long based on the reaction, right? We long on the bounce. Like I mentioned a lot of times, I don't long as the price is going against me. I don't catch any falling knives. I long on the bounce. Once we get a recovery above a major support level, bang, I trigger. Right? I mean, just made $1,000 on this movement. I would have gone a little bit heavier. You know, this is the question of you know, you're risking between 1-3%, right? Round about that range. The thing is about this long, this wick was a little bit aggressive for my stop loss, right? Can't go too heavy just in case the price, you know, the analysis is wrong. But overall, the TP1 zone was in this area as we were moving up, just based on the ABC flat risk, right? There was the risk of an ABC flat and rolling down. So you need to start taking profits and being a little bit defensive with your stop. But overall, as we did hit the golden pocket, you maintain a little bit of that long position to take profits at higher levels, right? So overall, the question right now on this recovery, and I'm going to go through the comment section, guys, but just a little bit of yesterday's, you know, map situation, right? Because yesterday we were mapping this movement down. Now we need to map this movement up, right? What is going on, right? Is this bullish? I do like this movement, right? I do like it because it's very 5 wavy, right? It looks pretty damn awesome. It's a very 5 wavy move from the recovery, right? I don't like this 4th wave because it's very shallow on the retracement. You didn't even hit the 0.382 Fibonacci from the lows. Any higher low right there that you do get from this range, you're not hitting the 236 Fibonacci, sorry. And that's kind of a minimum target for a wave 4, right? The moment you don't hit a 236, it's like, wow, it's either incredibly bullish, right? You know, this is why this was a little bit, I don't like this too much. You would want to see the 236 hit at least, right? Get at least the 236 hit to, you know, then form that 5th wave. Come on. But it didn't happen, you know, very, very shallow sideways 4th wave, right? You got multiple 4-5s, and you may ask, you know, why the heck did we form this, right? You that are talking about Elliott wave theory, you know, what the heck is this? And what wave is this, smartass, right? What do you think is this? The main reason why you're forming multiple 4-5s here is because you formed multiple 1-2s right over here. So you got 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? So you're mapping all of these 1-2s with these 4-5s just to complete that movement. So right now, with this is going to be very interesting because there is a situation here. The fact that we've hit the 0.88 Fibonacci doesn't make me confident that this is going to be a solid breakdown. You know, it does look pretty bullish. I have to be honest. It looks pretty bullish. Unless we start breaking down right now with a gigantic 3rd wave, it is rare to see a 2nd wave on the 0.88 Fibonacci. Most commonly you would see a B wave. So this would be corrective. which means that, you know, at some point you're going to take out this high at 97.2. This is why, you know, I'm shorting with fear here, right? And I deleveraged a lot from that position and added to position, tried to profit a little bit, but didn't play out nicely. So I deleveraged out of this position because I understand that these highs are likely going to be taken. So we need to really map, or, you know, a little bit more this situation. We just wick down here. This is a bit of an aggressive SFP, a little bit aggressive SFP. I would prefer a three-wave move in an ABC to actually dip a little lower. It's a little bit of an aggressive double bottom, but regardless, you've claimed liquidity from this low. Could it be a double bottom? A bit aggressive. I mean, if you would have attempted a long position, you know, I wouldn't personally long right now. But yeah, you basically claim that low for the, you know, reaction. You know, the best long would have been in this area. When you're longing right there, your stop loss is coming a little bit too far away, decreasing the risk to reward. So, you know, if you want a sniper, this was the reaction level. But regardless, I didn't like it too much. I personally didn't like it too much, just because in an ABC, you know, you at least want to see a 1-to-1 extension, right? You at least want to see a 1-to-1, which we kind of did because we hit the 0.88, almost hit the 1-to-1 extension, right? Meaning this wave is the same length as this wave. Of course, it's almost the same because we almost hit the highs here, but 1-to-1 extension is a little bit lower, right? Preferably hitting 1-to-1 at least, you know, and even the 1 point, you know, in between this area for the ABC, a little bit lower. So the fact, yeah, not the best long in position in my opinion, right? Regardless, I would be very defensive with stop if you're attempting a long here, right? Just to be defensive, you know, close to break even. Not the best long. We're going to talk about some other levels, okay, throughout the stream. They're much better levels. We're already coming down ever so slightly. We'll be zooming in here. But now the question is, legends, okay? I'm sorry about the comment section. Let's go, legends. How is everybody doing? I need to give a shout out to Aiden, okay, because Aiden was talking about also a short position here. You know, I was talking about it in the legends right there. Basically, this is classic legends. Whoever's been following the channel long enough, we love these levels, guys. These levels are, you know, I didn't get into the best entry, very small position, not good position at all, but we love these levels. And we got a bit of volatility with the news. We need to be careful, guys. Tomorrow we have big news, 5:30 UAE time. It's going to be exciting because it's inflation. Oh my goodness, there's going to be some volatility tomorrow on the markets. We want to be careful with our trades. But regarding this move, how many times we talk about this? This is actually a strategy, guys. Anybody that's new, a new subscriber, let's talk about this strategy because it's all about learning, right? A lot of you are here to say, what's going to happen with the Bitcoin price next? We talk about levels and trading setups, okay, and education. And this is a part of an education, right, section of the live stream. Let's just keep it that way. Whoever's here been long enough knows what I'm going to talk about this level, right? And this, you know, rejected over $1,000. You can make some money. It's a swing failure pattern from one of my favorite pivots that usually, you know, is after a big solid move down. And that is, and there's a higher time frame one that looks absolutely epic, guys. If we do break down, oh my goodness, this, guys, pay attention to this level right there at $85,000, because I would be confident to say that if the price breaks down, this is going to be the low. You could move down to 84, 83, but overall, the moment you start getting above that level, oh, this is, I mean, it's classic. It's a classic, right? You got the inefficiency of this big candle move, and the first, you know, corrective move after this area. This is it is the level. It is the higher time frame level, $85,000. We need to pay attention to that level on the higher time frame. This could be an epic swing long position area, which you're going to hold for weeks back to all-time high. It's almost yeah, over a $20,000 move up. And if everything plays out, and if we do get down there, I mean, this is only it's only a possibility that if you do think that, based on the analysis, which I do, that this is a corrective move, right? This area is going to be your guideline where you're going to see the price recovering, entry zone, stop loss, and you want to ride for the next coming weeks once that level is hit. Yesterday was also good. This could actually be the low. You swept the lows of the range, the neckline. I mean, it's a pretty obvious long if you fake out from it. So, I mean, we did bounce $8,000. This is an epic day trade from the daily level reaction yesterday. But if we were to roll down, my goodness, this level is going to be epic, guys. This level has to be the swing long. If you're not in a swing long from months ago, this is going to be the swing long level, 85,200. And it's not put a limit order and just go on vacation and come back in a few months and you expect, you know, this. No, it's really analyzing the situation here. We need those daily candles and that wick closing above this level and being confident that this could form a higher low, right? And you're looking for that massive recovery. Anyway, that is just a level that we'll be paying attention in the next coming weeks. If we do get down there, we're probably not. Maybe this is the low. You do have a count here that this could be an ABC. That's it, guys. We're going up. There is a valid count, I have to say. It's valid. Why is it valid? Because you have the movement down here in an A wave, in my opinion, not a one wave, because if it's a one wave, this is a two, and this is a 1, 2, 3, right? I am leaning on the bullish side. And regardless, if we were to go down lower, I do still think that this is corrective. This in a wave, corrective move, very complex. You got a flat right there. You got a zigzag right here, double zigzag right there. You know, another. They're very, very difficult here to map this scenario. Yeah, you got possibly basically a flat right there, because you got a flat here, a double zigzag here, and then very, very weird 5-wave move up here, right? That's how you need to map this. You got a 5 wave in the C wave of a flat. You can only have 5 waves in a C of a flat. And in the A wave you have a zigzag, and on the B wave you also have a zigzag, and this is a double zigzag in a WXY because you have 7 waves, right, which ends up in a zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. So as you do have the A wave, bang, and the B wave right over here, you can technically count this as a possible finished ABC. Not the most beautiful one. No, actually, my bad, guys. It's a WXY. Actually, my bad, because there's not a clear 5-wave move down here. It's a very 3-wave move. It's a very 3-wave move. Yeah, it would have to be a WXY correction. It could possibly finish. Could be the end right there. Could have been the end. A little bit skeptical. A little bit skeptical on the possibility of this being the end, because I mean it is very 3-wavy. Let's talk about the levels that we need to take into consideration, right? Because I mean, speculating on the higher time frame is I think it's very interesting, right? Higher time frame analysis is important without a doubt. You need to zoom out to then zoom in and have your levels ready, right? But you're always going to have the bullish or the bearish case, right? This could have been the end, yes, but it could also, still continue down. So we need to really analyze the local range of the last week to map out what are the levels of interest, right? Just like yesterday, we were analyzing the possible bounce from this zone based on the local price action, right? So we're going to be mapping that now in the next coming minutes. Okay, I need that like button to absolutely explode to 500 likes, legends, because if not, we are closing the stream right now. We don't get to 5. Lot of volume today. Big green and bug reds. Big reds, give me hope. I need your guidance. My man, Bolo, we're going to talk about the lower time frame, everything that you need to know. Okay, it's going to be crystal clear in the next coming minutes what we need to take into consideration for the bullish case and for the bearish case. It's going to be crystal clear, right, in the next coming minutes, the levels that we really want to take into consideration for the bulls or for the bears. We got Lon Moore, which says all-time high coming very soon. Very possible. There is a possibility of finishing this here. There is a possibility. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible because, yeah, the thing is that, I mean, this, to count this as a WXY, you know, it is very possible that this could have been the low. Okay, in a double zigzag, you got a zigzag ride over here because you have 7 waves, right? There's nothing, you know, there's the only how you can map this is not with an impulse. It's a double zigzag because you got a zigzag, a movement up, and another zigzag down. So you got a double zigzag right there. You got a very complex zigzag here, which is a flat. A double zigzag right there. And then the 5-wave move up. And then you have the zigzag right over here. So it could be a WXY. It could be. But we are not here to speculate on you know, if this is the low, then what should I do? Should I long? Should I short? We need to talk about the day trading setups, just like we do on the stream. But it's, you know, pretty interesting to map here a little bit the higher time frame and just take different scenarios into consideration. So let's get those daily levels off the chart. I don't know why I got them there. Nice haircut, my man. Gailian, thank you very much. Much love to you, my brother. Yeah, a little bit of military style. My girlfriend likes military style. She likes, you know, shave the sides, you know. She likes hardcore stuff, you know, you get the deal, right? So I hope she's not watching. Anyway, went all in for a short position at 89,900. China Productions, no way. I mean, I'm sorry, I thought this was a joke. If it is, no way. China Productions, you with a crying emoji. I'm only laughing because I thought it was a joke. Because if you are a legit follower and you are here, we know that this was no zone to short, right? This is obviously, guys, come on. If you're a legit follower, I'm laughing because I thought it was a joke. But if it wasn't, do not short these breakouts, right? Because this is the classic head and shoulder. You're going to see everybody bearish and those funny thumbnails on YouTube of people, you know, panicking, even myself. But then you stick around and listen because we were interested in longing here, the reaction at the daily. Okay, so we are traders. We take action based on reactions, right, on our trading setup. So I'm sorry for the laugh. Okay, if it was something serious that you a serious comment, you're probably new to the channel, my bad. I feel like I've disrespected you, but my apologies, because I think, you know, we get a lot of jokers here in the comment section saying, you know, I longed the top and I shorted the bottom, right? But if that is this case, you know, that's very, very bad level to short because it's basically a breakout of a head and shoulder, right? And if you short here, my goodness, I mean, your stop loss should be above the neckline. I don't know. I just don't know how to trade this, right? I don't know how to trade a breakout because I'm interested in fake outs. I'm a fake out trader, right? Because I like the fake outs and I like the liquidity grabs. You know, when you're thinking of a short, I think of a long. When you think of a short, of a long, I think of a short, right? So, yeah. this was really, I mean, I don't know where stop loss has to be on a breakout of a neckline, but it has to be above the neckline, right? So if you enter a short here, you just have to put stop here, I guess, right? Something like that. There are ways in getting into breakouts. You just need to manage risk. I mean, if you did short, you know, people that shorted the breakdown, right? Oh my goodness, they're holding underwater. I mean, this would have, I don't know. There's been a massive liquidation event. There's been lots of liquidity with this pump being, I don't know how much it was, but easily over $1 billion of short liquidations on this pump. Easy. Now, we are forming a lot of liquidity to the downside. You know, there's a lot of liquidity at 93, 92,000. You know, it is going up to 2 billion. So we want to be a little bit cautious on the possible rejection here. And this is what we're going to talk about, legends. We're going to talk about the possible move down. All right? Because there has to be a movement down at some point, right? We can't go up forever. We can't pump right this with, I mean, there was good volume on the, on basically here. The main reason why we have good volume here at the lows is because people are putting limit orders. They are buying. People are buying beneath a low, right? They want to buy cheap. And you get high volume at the lows. But, you know, do we have strong volume on this pump? That is the question. Is this strong enough? There is volume. There is a bit of volume. But is it strong enough? Is it impulsive? That's what we're going to talk about right away, okay? Throughout the next different moves. We need to talk about 4 or 5 moves that could happen. And what are the levels that we are interested from the speculative moves? Right? Just like yesterday. It's either a 5th wave move down and we finish here, or it's an ABC flat. Both scenarios suggest that this level needs to hold and we're going to get a bounce at some point, right? So we kind of map different scenarios, which both have some similarities and similar levels where the price could bounce or reject, right? So that's how we come to that conclusion as we're mapping, you know, the timing, Fibonacci, the confluence levels. We also rejected today at 97,200, right? If we want to add a level of confluence to understand why we rejected from this point, we are in a big fat range. And when we form a big fat range, we have some volume profiles where the highest volume has been traded. And when we get the Fibonacci, the fixed volume profile here on the left side on your trading view, right? We scroll down and we get fixed range volume profile, and we analyze the entire range since November. We got the highest volume node where we have the highest amount of volume traded at 97,200. This is the level where there's been more volume throughout the last 3 months almost, since November. And that is exactly where the price got rejected in the last few hours. Volume profile, the highest volume level from the last 3 months. Matter of fact, you know, it's an acceptable level to consider a short position. When we do zoom in and we analyze the waves and we add a little bit of confluence, we can map that we moved from the bounce of yesterday in a 5-wave move. I mean, I don't like this 4th wave, not too much of a retracement, but it's a large consolidation. It doesn't start looking impulsive, right? So what do we have here? We have 5 waves move up here. There's a 5-wave move up. There's a 5-wave move up. You got a strong impulse. You got a correction, consolidation. You got a strong breakout. You got a large consolidation, very shallow pullback. And then you get a nice breakout just a few hours ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are moving in 5 waves into a solid level of resistance, which is the point of control, the highest volume price of the last 3 months. It's going to be a hard level to break above, right? We're already rejecting $1,500. So if you want to get into a short position You need to have specific levels of interest. And this, I haven't explained that strategy here yet, legends, but anybody that has been long enough knows the exact strategy. When you get a movement down with high volume and you get a dead cat bounce and you just continue the downtrend, this level right over here, after a major move down, this is why the $85,000 range is so damn sexy, guys, because it's a first higher low from a major pump on the higher time frame. Once the price reclaims that lower high after a major collapse, it's going to get a price reaction with extreme high probability. The price will tap that level and get a reaction and a rejection. It's the gold standard. It is absolutely epic strategy, and you can make some pretty nice gains on that movement. Same applies to the upside. The moment, right, and the moment this recovers, whatever it does, to hit that level, you are likely going to get some kind of rejection. A big one or small one, doesn't matter. It's a setup. You can enter a trade right there. This is basically what I've drawn here with a bit of my Picasso drawing. This scenario right over here, right, where you come up to that first lower high zone. It's one of them. There's actually another one here. And you tap the level and you reject. It's this point right there. And the same applies to the upside. When you get a major move up and you find some big volume here and the first retracement down, and then you continue to the upside, whatever the price does, without claiming that high, that higher low, sorry. This is a level that you need to have some alerts. You want to trade that level. You want to trade it. Because when you come down to hit that level, you're likely going to get a reaction bounce. Same applies to the upside, to the downside. So this is basically where we rejected. And if you add confluence, my goodness, you know, if you zoom out and say, hang on a minute, let's just put on the volume profile and say, and see where the point of control is. God damn you, Bitcoin, you're at the exact level of a strategy right there to get into a short position. So, I mean, this is only locally, right? It's a day trade. I do think that after a movement down, we could be hitting that high. You know, it's very possible, but it's a local scalp day trade short. I'm not saying that we're rolling down now to 90K or below $90,000, which it could. But it's a good level. It's a good strategy. It's a good level to enter, guys, right? And you want to add a bit of confluence, right? The moment you start mapping your analysis, and you say, okay, I got point of control right there. I zoom in on lower time frames. Oh, you know what? There's actually a nice lower high right there after a major drop. I love it. It's a good level. Also, we zoom in and say, hang on a minute. We have moved up here in 5 waves. And when we do move up in 5 waves, guys, we know what comes next, right? Some kind of corrective move needs to happen. We need a move down in an ABC, right? Some waves to the downside need to happen. So you're mapping and you're aligning the planets to give you the perfect trade, right? You're mapping the planet. You're not using Bollinger Bands and you're going to explode because they're getting squeezed, or you're bouncing from an 21 moving average. No. You're using much better stuff, legends, right? So yeah, you got 5 wave move up, you got the point of control of the range, you got a beautiful lower high after a major drop, which instantly has a reaction once you get a wick above it. So you got that move of over $1,500 to the downside, which could have brought you a nice little day trade scenario where you're taking profits at the VWAP, which we did get a small little bounce. We did have the news coming out as well, so you did get a small little bounce. I mean, this, if you're shorting right there, that level, you want to take some profits at the VWAP. It's a day trade. You move down $1,000. Happy days. So anyway, just a little bit of the education. Now it's time, I think, to map out, right? You always learn something, right? we always learn something, right? Well, maybe some people have learned something now with this little bit of analysis and tutorial, right? Based on Elliott wave, based on confluence, and based on the strategy of the breakdown and the first dead cat bounce after the big major wave 3, right? Which usually gets a reaction rejection, which is happening right there. So you always learn a little bit of something, right? Hopefully you have learned a little something right there. And, I would really, really appreciate a nice smash of the like button, okay? So you might think, okay, good on you. That already happened, right? Talk about what could happen next, right? That's what we're going to do, guys. That's why you are here. That's why you are here, right? That's what we're going to map. We're going to map what could happen next and what are the levels of interest for the next trading setup. We need to plan something, guys, here. We need to plan something, because if you missed on the short right there, right, we need to plan something else. It doesn't matter. There's plans every day. There's a long here, there's a short there. There's going to be another long somewhere here or somewhere here, right? There's opportunities every single day, but we just need to know how to detect them, right? We need to detect where the opportunity area is, and this is why you are here. And that's why we need to smash the like button to 600 likes, because if you want some proper technical analysis with explanations on why the heck the price is rejecting here, why the heck the price bounced from this level, why the heck this happened, you got the explanations here on the channel, guys. Let's get above 600 likes and I am back, because if not, I am out, guys. I'm out. Yes, we didn't get to 600 likes. Let's go through comment section. Let's get this exciting. Let's get the people exciting for the next scenarios here. I like to make a big fuss of it, guys. I like to make a big show. I know, but it's, hey, as we're doing the show, we give a few tips, right? We give a little bit of a few technical analysis tips and tricks, and then we're gonna map now the different scenarios, right? Because there is a very bearish case, guys. Very bearish. And I'm scared. I'm very scared. I'm shaking. I'm shaking because of the bearish case scenario. Because this could be a top. And the price is going to move down impulsively in the next coming days. There is a possibility of this happening. And there is a reason behind this possibility. There is an explanation based on this movement that this could happen. It could happen, legends. Let's explain why. Dump, orange guy factor, bump break, 86k, whole chat, nobody loves Andy. Yeah. There is an explanation here, guys, that this could happen. And it's not because of some 𝗖𝗎𝗎 clouds and Bollinger Bands and RSI overbought. It's based on price action, based on Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci and the power. There is a possibility of that happening here. Let's just analyze why. I like the possibility of this being an ABC move, a zigzag, right? We got the possibility. Am I saying possibility too much? Maybe yes. Of this being a double zigzag. There is a chance. But let's talk about the bearish case. We like being bears, guys, sometimes. We like being bears. Altcoins are wrecked. We are broke with altcoins, so screw altcoins. Let's focus on trading and start getting some money back from altcoins. Only joking, guys. We bought at major levels. I haven't been buying altcoins. There's only one that I'm in the red quite a lot, and that is 𝗖𝗿𝗍𝗍, okay? So you guys must know that. 𝗖𝗿𝗍𝗍 got, they rug pulled me. They rug pulled us. It's the only crypto that we talked about, which I overall think, when you broke and when you are at extreme losses, this has to be the moment that now that we are incredibly in the red, maybe it's the time to buy, right? But yeah, this one, very bad on this one, guys. I did have hope that this one would have breaking out here with the November pump, December, right? But it was not the case. But it has to be the only one that, you know, holding some significant losses. I'm down like over 40% on this one. On the holdings, okay? So it's unrealized losses. Just hold on like a man. Don't cry, guys. This ain't a market to cry. You go and cry somewhere else. Not here. We hold on here, guys, like men or like strong women. I'm not sure. I think over 90% of people that watch me are men. So we hold on tight, legends, all right? We either make insane gains, all right? This is Alex Becker style. Make insane gains here in the next coming months, or we go broke, guys, and we go and live under a bridge, all right? We can meet all together and cry on our shoulders when we get wrecked, okay? And there's bear market and we just go to lower levels, right? We'll be living under a bridge and making fires and talking about stories, right? That's the real life. That's the real life. We'll get together when we broke. Anyway, let's stop talking about nonsense and get on the charts. Diamond hands we have here, some 𝗬𝗏𝗏. Absolutely. Let's all get together. We need to get a legends party together, guys. We need to get together, right? All of you in crypto, in trading and technical analysis. I need a hug from the community. Getting people dropping off the stream. My goodness. Let's stop talking about nonsense. But overall, there is a possibility, right, that if this is not an ABC move and it's a finished correction from this double zigzag, that we could break down. We could break down. We could. Maybe it's not as bullish as we thought. Okay? But there are levels that are going to bring confidence, guys. Certain levels that we break, especially the point of control here, is going to bring confidence. Okay? Hold on tight. What if this is an impulsive move, which it very much looks like it, right? Because, you know, we moved down with some pretty significant volume. There's no way in counting this as a three-wave move. This has been very, very confusing with multiple 4-5s here, but it's impulsive. Okay? Now, we realize that this movement finished here. We finished this movement right there, and we formed something else here. What if this over here is an ABC flat, which happens a lot, guys? You claim the lows, you claim the highs, you get people bearish, you get people bullish. End of the party, guys. End of the party. We're going down. This happened on the higher time frame several months ago, last year. Not last year, 2023, sorry, my bad. Right? Flats, they happen. They are liquidity grabs. They are the most ferocious movements in the crypto space, or in any space, right? Any market, right? Where you move in a 5-wave move to the upside and you form a flat. You correct down. You take out the highs, getting people bullish. Are we going to break out? You break down here to the lows, claim the lows, bang, you move up, right? Flat. Claim highs, claim lows, continuation. Could that be the case here? Could that be the case? But on the bearish side, we don't want to, we wish that's not the case. Move down, move up, claim the lows, oh my goodness. Claim the highs, oh my goodness, it's bullish. Flat scenario. Breakdown. It's possible, legends. It's there. It's there. It is very possible. We've hit the B flat target zones, right? Which is the 1236 and the 1382 from this bounce to the upside. You get the Fibonacci extension tool here on TradingView, the third tab right there, Fibonacci extension. You get the top of the A wave, right? And we reverse this, and we do have the 236 Fibonacci right there. 1236, 1382, right? It's a common zone for the expansive, right? Expansion ABC flat. Now, common target for the expansion, right? Let's go with, you know, what is the target zone for the C wave of the expansion? It's the 1618. The 1618 expansion is the target zone of the C wave guys. And when we do take a look at the expansion from this bounce to the downside, we need to reverse this. We need to reverse it, because if not, we're not going to see the levels. It's the 1.618. That's what we... So we really need to see the price not breaking down successfully here, legends. We really need to see choppiness. This choppiness is going to give us confidence. It's going to give us confidence that this ain't going to be an ABC flat. We don't want the price breaking down between today and tomorrow. We don't want to see high volume. Even though we're going to talk about the bullish case right now, of course, because we could go as low as, you know, the value area low, right? We could come as low as the value area low. There is a chance that, you know, the bullish case could happen. But we basically rejected at the 1.618, which is the, you know, expansion target of a flat, of an expansion flat, right? So, you know, could that be the case? Well, you know, it's possible. It's possible, legends, right? So we need to map a little bit what the heck's going to happen here throughout the next coming hours. Let's zoom in. What we need to know. What we need to know. What we need to know. I am a little bit concerned. I am a little bit concerned, guys, of this move. I do think that these highs are going to be taken. Okay? They are going to be taken. Anybody that is interested in trading, make sure to sign up with the link down below, guys. I don't like this short. We're going to take out the highs. Make sure to check out Weeks, guys, because Weeks is a great platform, highly liquid. You do get an incredible bonus, $20,000 deposit bonus. You do have the best fee discount. Everybody likes fee discounts. With the link down below, guys, for Weeks, okay? Check out Weeks. You have the link right there. You only need an email and a password to sign up. We all love emails and passwords and sign up to trade. We got the link right there. It's a great alternative to Bybit, right? And other exchanges that want more information. Let's talk about the highs, because this is a solid level, guys. This is the point of control of the entire range. It's a solid level. And shout out to Aiden, by the way. Aiden in the Legends trading community, talking about the short setup. Okay? Talking about the short setup in the Legends trading community as well. Talking about the extension. Talking about the level that could potentially reject. Right? With those lower highs, right? We're ready in advance on the possible rejection zone. If you want the Legends trading community, I've just uploaded some more modules, right? Videos to educate yourself, guys. Anybody that wants to take this serious, you have the modules, videos on how to map the price action as we do here on the live stream. So you can learn to do it on yourself, by yourself, and you don't need anybody else. You don't need to go hopping on different YouTube channels and different, you know, gurus out there. This is a map, guys, where you just need to learn how to read it and understand where the trading opportunities lay, right? You do have the Legends trading community, okay, where you have access to the community, you get your questions answered, and you got the modules to learn to trade like a pro. Learn how to map where the opportunities lay with good risk management, which is the most important thing in your trading journey. Most people fail because of poor risk management. They end up losing money, right? All their money. We don't do that, guys, here. We're very, very selective with our risk management, where to trade, where not to trade. This was not a shorting level. And if somebody's saying that it was shorting the breakout here, that's a full recipe for suicide. It could have played out, but it's not just a great level where because you have a situation of risk management here if you're getting into the breakout. If you get into the breakout, your stop loss is not clear. It's above the neckline, but this neckline is, you know, hey, stop loss should be here, right? Basically, right? The moment you recover from that lows, you know that you could bounce very strongly. Anyway, enough nonsense and enough education. Let's map here the different probabilities. I still like, guys, I still like the possibility of wicking above 97,200 and rejecting. I like it. I would still like this short. I'm going to wait for that level. Wait for it. Maybe this was the high. I'm not sure. But if it happens and we reject from the high, I would still consider a double top here. Triple top, double top. I would still consider it. It's still a very solid level. And if we have moved here in a 5-wave move, if we are counting this as a 5-waver, which still could be, it could still be that the 5th wave hasn't finished, because we have this wick up here that we're mapping, right, as a 1st wave up. Could this be the 3rd and this the 4th, and we're going to create the 5th wave here? Because inside of the 3rd wave is where you're mapping 5 waves up. Could it be possible? Could it be possible that this is your wave 1? This, in a 5-wave move, is your wave 3 in the green, right? Where's the green? Right there. And this is the 4th wave. Haha. This is the 4th wave, right? Is it possible that we claim these highs and then move down? Did you think about that? Did you think about that? I did. Did you? It's a possible double top scenario, guys, here that could happen. It's very possible. Because if you do take out this high in a 5-wave move, we are looking for a retracement either in a wave B or a wave 2. Doesn't matter. We are looking for a larger retracement to at least the 382 Fibonacci. So if we do not hit the 382 Fibonacci and we take out this high, I know there is extreme high probability of a rejection happening here. And if you reject from these highs, there is an incredible probability of the price moving down to the 382 at a bare minimum. So this movement down, there is a setup. And this setup looks like this. We're going to talk about more scenarios, okay? Bear with me here. This is a scenario. It could happen. So what we need is the rejection. We need the price rejecting here from the highs. Now, this could be the end of the 5th wave, right? It is possible. It is possible that, you know, what we're looking at is this. I don't like it too much, but it is possible. I didn't like this one yesterday. I didn't like this as a 5-wave move down finish because of the timing. But regardless, this was a good long. ABC flat, or you finish 5-wave moves and you're looking for a larger bounce. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was a flat or a 5th wave. The long was there at the daily level. So the question is right now, that's one scenario. If we do not hit the 382 Fibonacci from this movement up from the lows to the highs, if we do not reach at least the $94,200 and we take out this high I will be very skeptical of the breakout. We could hit 98, 98.3. It is possible. We got 𝗕𝗏𝘆 here in the comment section. Shout out to 𝗕𝗏𝘆, one of the coaches in the Legends trading community. The legend is here. Where are you, 𝗕𝗏𝘆? I can see you. 𝗕𝗏𝘆 is here, guys. If you don't know who 𝗕𝗏𝘆 is, you need to go and check him out, because he's an absolute legend. He provides education as well. Very Elliott wave theory based as well. Lots of confluence. You have in the pinned comment, guys. If you go to the comment section and you check out the pinned comment, you're going to come across this dude right there. This handsome dude, right? Look at him. He's an absolute legend, guys. He is a coach also in the Legends trading community, and he provides insane technical analysis every single day. Also very based on Elliott wave theory. You're going to learn a lot from him. Maybe more than me. Maybe more than me. Very likely more than me, guys. Go and check him out. He's in the pinned comment, right? Go and check him out. That sexy dude. Handsome man. Like 𝗬𝗍 is saying. Shout out to you, 𝗬𝗍. Pac-Man, 𝗬𝗍, 𝗕𝗏𝘆, Aditya. We got them here. The legends in the community, in the comment section. Loads of confluence for that fifth wave to the upside. Yes, there is. We're going to talk about that right now. My man, 𝗕𝗏𝘆. Shout out to you. So this is why I would be very skeptical on that breakout, guys. People are going to get excited. People will get excited if we move up here. But this move hasn't had a proper retracement, which I think could happen. It could happen. But if we move out here to the upside, like that scenario that we talked about here, which is this one, right? Where we come up right now, we formed a little zigzag right there. It is possible that we just do this, right? And now is where we come with a bit of magic, guys. And this is exclusive content that has been talked about in the community. Okay, so hey, I'm just about this to not talk about it, because this is exclusive content. Technical analysis, getting ready for some scenarios, but we'll push it. We'll talk about it, okay? Because in today's, updates, we were talking about the possible short claiming this high, okay? Which has had a nice move of over 1,500, and it could be the top and it could roll down. But you got that in advance in the Legends trading community on Discord. So right now, if we do, by the way, guys, if you want to join the Discord, it is down below. It's the first link, okay? You get to this sexy page with these two dudes right there. You'll be getting access to the modules. We've updated. We're updating the modules as well with new different tools and scenarios and setups. Okay, more education, and you got the access to the Discord. You got the free Discord as well, guys. There's some active people there sharing chart and knowledge. Okay, with this movement to the upside, I know that there's a high chance of this price rejecting. If we pump out from here, I ain't gonna be like, oh, we're pumping, let's long here. No. There is big resistance. There is big resistance here at 98.2 thousand, 98.2k. Big resistance. Matter of fact, we got a sexy lower high right there. We love these lower highs, right? Let's just put this one with a magnet right there. We love them, guys. Look at this. We love these drops and these small little lower highs, because we reject from them. We do create SFPs, and be cautious, because you need to reject to get into the trade. You need to reject from that level to get into the trade. We don't reject. We don't long here with a limit or short with a limit order. We long lower, right? We long as the price is, we short as we rejecting. As we are rejecting, we short. We don't short into the pump of the level, legends. No limit orders, none of that, guys. We market order, bang, on the rejection, and stop loss is above the high. Manage risk. People, even though it's a sexy level, I can wake up tomorrow morning and the price is trading at $100,000, and I'm like, we broke out. This is why I miss so many trades when I'm sleeping, because I'm not going to put a limit order and sleep and hope for the best. No, we don't trade with hope. We need reaction and good risk management. If I'm awake, I will, and we get a reaction, I'll short it. If not, I will not trade it, guys. Okay? Let's go right away and try and understand, apart from these waves, that could be a scenario, right? This has been the third wave with 5 wave moves, and we're in the 4th wave. And if we do not retrace to the 382, which is a minimum target for a B wave, and a minimum target for a second wave is the 50%, this is extremely shallow. Now, if we take into consideration the timing from the low to the highs, if this were to be the high, just about crossing the 382. No, we did not. We did not hit the 382, which is very shallow in timing. It would be very shallow. At least you want to cross the 382 to consider it a nice, symmetrical correction. I will not be confident on that pump. And the good level that we do have there is a weekly level. Right, we're going slow, guys. Nice, slow, right, and easy. Let people understand the education. We go slowly, okay? We go fast, and I take into consideration that people understand. People will unsubscribe. People will leave. People are here to learn, and we're gonna go slowly, gently, right? Just like I did yesterday with my wife, slowly and gently, right? Okay, take it nicely with a bit of love. People want to listen. They want to understand. They want to, bit of love. Let's go and talk about this weekly level, right? We have a weekly level right there. And we know what happens with the weekly levels, right? Weekly levels, we do get a solid move down here, but we got a movement back up. There's a weekly level there. There's a weekly level at 98.3k. This is previous week open. This is a solid level. It's a solid level just on its own. Just on its own. We don't need to align many more planets. Just on its own. It's a very, this is like Jupiter. It's a big planet there. Boom. If we can align, right, some more planets for a perfect trading setup, even better. So that weekly level is solid. It's the close and open from previous week, right? Close from the other week. That's why we have this orange, right? We get the magnet. We put a ray right there. Boom. We have that weekly level. We organize it here in our object tree. When we map a little bit here, the scenario, and we're just talking about this as a possibility, okay? That weekly level is exactly, let's just zoom in on that price action, because I need to see what the heck's going on here. What happened here? That weekly level, you have a little bounce. You had a cheeky bounce right there. You had a cheeky bounce, order block or whatever. You had a cheeky bounce there. And we like cheeky bounces, because the cheeky bounces, they get rejections once you claim the cheeky bounces, right? That's what's happened here. The cheeky bounce got a rejection. So you got a small little cheeky bounce, and that small cheeky bounce is exactly where the weekly is. The weekly is where the cheeky bounce is. No way. So it's good. It's good. And if we do add a little bit of more common sense to this movement up, and the price has not retraced like it should have done, it should have retraced a little bit more, guys, to get a big power breakout. The breakout has high probability in being a poor breakout. There's a high probability that if we break out from the highs here, guys, don't trust it. Don't trust that breakout. I'm telling you. Could we moon to 100,000? Absolutely. It's possible. We're looking at probabilities here. There's low probability that this breakout is going to have some cheeky volume. It's going to have very low volume, very likely. I will not trust that breakout. There could be a strong divergence of volume here. And if we do have a lower high on volume right there on this breakout, guys, be careful. This will look like it could get a big rejection. And not only because it's a weekly level and we have that cheeky bounce. You got a cheeky bounce right there. Lower high. We got cheeky bounce there, rejection. Not only because of it is a good level of liquidity. It's because of the waves that we form throughout the bounce the last few days, 24 hours. This is a very small retracement for the price to get a powerful move up. It could, and we'll have to map something else. I mean, if we break out here and go to $100,000, I would have to sit down and say, why did you pump like this, Bitcoin? Why did you break out like this with such amount of power? When it does, you haven't had a proper solid retracement after the bounce of yesterday of over $8,000. You pump $10,000 with any big retracement, I'm going to be a little bit like, we'd have to map something else here, which would be, it just doesn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense to get a solid breakout. So it does make sense to hit the highs. It does make sense to hit these highs right over here. I'm just concerned of the breakout. Very concerned of the breakout. It does make sense that we're likely going to take out those highs because we've retraced here to the 0.88 Fibonacci. And the 0.88 Fibonacci is rare for a wave 2. Very rare for this to be a wave 3. We've retraced too much. Wave 2's 50%, 618 golden pocket, 78 maybe. But 0.88 is rare. It's very common for a B wave. B waves can be 382s or even a flat, right? So this makes more sense. It's a B wave and this is a C wave, meaning that, we have a high chance in taking out this high. But I am concerned of the breakout because of the overall structure from the pump. We haven't had a proper retracement to get a big solid breakout and go to the moon. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. We need a bit more of a pullback to get some strength, get people panicking, and then bang. So what we're going to be looking at here, that's a solid level. 98.3K. It's a solid level. It makes sense with the waves. It makes sense that we shouldn't break out with too much power and go to $105,000. So it's a possibility if we do not retrace to the 382. If we retrace to the 382 now in the next coming hours, we form a zigzag here, a little zigzag right there, and another zigzag right over here. We could have a double zigzag and a WXY, and this was it. Boom. Right? At least to this 50%. I would say at least 50%. For that possible wave 2. Wave 1, wave 2, then we're rocketing. That's the bearish little day trade setup. And that day trade setup is coming to sweep up the lows. This short is to come to sweep up these higher lows of today, which would be coming down to the 382 Fibonacci at a bare minimum. At a bare minimum, Fibonacci from the low to the high. 382 is the bare minimum target zone. Sweep up some higher lows from today. Right? Classic, right? It would be a classic move. So, that's a level that I like. And if we do move to the downside, I would be a little bit worried. It is rare if we break down with a huge amount of volume, which I don't think is the case, I'm leaning more on this is a corrective move. We're going to take out the highs at some point in the coming hours. But if we were to form a lower high and break down here, then I'll be like, oof, what if this is a 1, 2, 3, right? And this 3 is just very powerful. And we start bouncing like this, I'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. This could be impulsive move down. We don't want to see this kind of move. We don't want to see that. But if we do chop to the downside, you know, we create, you know, there's so many different scenarios. And I mean, corrections, guys, can be a pain in the ass. Corrections, you can form all sorts. You can form a WXY, a triple WXY, right? Triple sideways. And form a flat in the middle, form a triangle right over here in the middle of nowhere, right? It's just usually you don't form those different patterns, but it could happen. I mean, if we really create some choppiness here throughout today and tomorrow, guys, and we start lower high, move down here, right? And we just start forming a little bit of this nonsense, this is going to be bullish. If we start dancing around here in the next, you know, in between today and tomorrow, I'm going to be very bullish. I'll be very, very bullish if I wake up tomorrow morning and we've just been fucking around here in this zone, because it will tell me that this has been a very strong impulsive move and that we are likely, you know, in a correction and we're just going to move up. But we're going to have to really map what the heck's happened if we do start dancing around here. So anyway, let's go through the comment section. For the moment, there is high probability that we are going to take out this high at some point based on the retracement, because the 0.88 Fibonacci was hit, and it's rare for a wave 2 and have a 3 and then a 4-5. It is more common for wave B, meaning that this is still part of a correction. I would expect that high to be hit, guys. Any shorts that have been taken should be very defensive or take profits. Get the heck out, guys, because we're probably going to hit those highs. Anyway, XRP pumping to the moon. Don't tell me that. What's going on with XRP? XRP is going to $4, right? As they say. XRP is mooning. XRP is mooning. XRP is muy bullish. Muy bullish. Very bullish. It's just, yeah, correction. It's probably going to get some fireworks here. It looks pretty damn good. What can we say? Looks pretty damn good. Anyway, we are Bitcoin traders. We're not XRP traders. We're not altcoin. Well, altcoin more buying bags than trading. But XRP is doing pretty damn good. I assume that XLM as well, as it's the little brother. XLM should be doing pretty good. So close to 700 likes. Let's get it, guys. I sold my XRP. Damn you, Andy. Damn you. Why? Yeah, I've you know, hey, XRP has been not the greatest performer in the previous cycle, okay? XRP, you know, this time is probably the cycle. We got the extreme bullish case here. Look at this. That we've formed a huge macro A, B, C, D, E right there. I mean, we mentioned this. XRP did have the chance in forming this huge, large, right? XRP is going to get into a new cycle, and you know, could it hit $10? I mean, $10. We're getting close to the. What would $10 be? Yeah, we're going to get close to the $1 trillion market cap. I see that very unlikely. If we start getting to $12, $15 on XRP, I don't think it's going to be the case, guys. Anybody in XRP, if we hit $10, guys, take it as magic. Take it as, wow, the magic has happened. I would take some profits if XRP gets to $10. I mean, that's getting close to over, you know, 500, 600 billion. more than 600 billion. I haven't calculated it, but it's getting close to the trillion once you cross $10. That would be very, very rare, right? Very, 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 very rare. But it's a good take profit zone. And it seems like that XRP, I mean, yeah, it could hit $10. It could hit $15. You know, you're getting close to the $1 trillion market cap. That's a good moment to start exiting, guys, without a doubt. But it could be that XRP has been in a massive, massive, massive multi-year correction here in an ABCDE and a triangle look on the logarithmic. And, you know, this breakout is, you know, just halfway through, right? And we are going to get to $8, $10, right? Which I would think, you know, that's already the limit zone, right? That's right, pushing it to the limit. So yeah, I mean, we ain't going to analyze XRP. We are here. According to XRP Army, it's going to flip BTC. I mean, it's what is it? 10? Yeah, over just not to XRP. Bitcoin is 12, 13 times bigger than XRP, right? Looking at market cap. I don't think nothing's going to flip Bitcoin, guys. Nada, nothing is going to flip Bitcoin. I could be wrong, but I think nothing is going to flip Bitcoin ever. Is it a good time to DCA on alt or what we're watching? Yeah, I think so. Depending on what altcoins, okay, 90% are not going to hit their previous all-time high, right? They're not just going to make the move. I am a very strong Chainlink believer, but regarding altcoins, you need to be very selective. I think you need to get into the right niche. Smart contracts, DeFi, AI, you know, there's some good solid projects to accumulate. I'm not accumulating at the moment because I have to say I'm 80% in crypto. Been buying at good levels, okay. Most of them are still in the profit. Some of them are at break even zone, slightly in profit, and some other ones are in a loss. But when you take the average, still in good profits eventually, because Chainlink is my biggest bag, and I've been buying Chainlink like crazy at $6-7. So the overall portfolio gains of the last 2 years is in the profit, even though there's these movement downs, guys. I mean, I feel bad for the people that do join crypto. I mean, you can see it here on Google Trends, right? The last, you know, 2 months in November, it's pretty epic to see, right? November, you got the hype here when crypto was pumping. They're buying at the wrong moment. These people have left quick, right? The people have left quick. The ones that joined here. This is Google Trends, guys. This is millions of people typing in crypto, altcoins, Bitcoin on Google when we had the November pump on Bitcoin and altcoins. And of course, as they are researching the pump, they'll be buying the top, the local top. They left very angry, guys. Look at this. All of this down in interest. They're leaving very angry. I'm angry because, you know, I got in, right? This is a good indication when you need to get in. Not get in, right? When it's flat and nobody's interested. When interest goes up here on Google Trends, people leave. They get angry because we've had some devastating corrections on altcoins. 60%, 70% on some of them. Some good niches have been pumping, like AI, right? AI agents has been the latest thing, getting some pretty incredible pumps. So if you did get an AI agents the last 2 months, then you made some pretty good gains on the correct ones, right? There's only 5 or 6 that are really making good gains, because when you go to AI agents, right, Max was one of them that did pretty well. When you do get to the AI agents, you know, not all of them pumped and did a 10-15x. There's only a bunch of them, but Max was one of them. AI16Z also. ChainGPT did very well the last few weeks, but you know, depending on which one you enter, not all of them are doing incredibly good. Well, most of them, I would say, they've done relatively quite okay the last couple of months. So anyway, let's can we expect any small dump at least to $94,000? Yeah, let's talk about the bullish case, because we've been just there is a possibility, right? You know, any movement down here for me is very likely going to be corrective. If we move down, the fact that we have hit the 0.88 Fibonacci, which is rare, if we start moving down with not too much power and we start dancing around here throughout tomorrow, I'm going to really consider a complex correction. This will likely be corrective. I am looking at these highs to be taken at some point, because it would be rare to see a wave 2 here retracing too much before taking the high for a strong impulsive move down. So regardless if we move down here, I don't want it a massive move, but I will consider the 50% Fibonacci. Golden pocket is where we have the value area low of the entire range of the last 3 months. So the retracement is going to give us everything, guys. Or if it's going to be an impulse or it's going to be a retracement. But there is a chance of this finishing, there is a chance of this being a finished correction. This was a fake out. We got below 90k, bit of liquidity grab, and we're going to absolutely moon with the retracement here. Or, you know, yeah, basically we are looking for some kind of retracement at some point. So the retracement is going to give us all of the information that we need. And that's what I need to see tomorrow, because I'm not going to stay awake here, guys. I don't need to trade and stay awake. I'm going to bed. We'll look at the different scenarios if we are still ranging here. If we do take out the high, guys, be careful with the pump. I wouldn't trust this pump, just because this retracement has been very shallow. And we do have the possibility of a 5-wave move here. Matter of fact, wave 5s are very commonly similar to the wave 1s. Not always. Yeah, I mean, this was this was actually relatively long. You know, could we wick above 83.5 at 98.3? I mean, it could get a bit of a movement up. That's kind of the projection of a wave 1. Wave 5 could be similar. It doesn't always need to be similar, but it would be really kind of wicking up above that level of interest, right? That's where we want to see the rejection. But I wouldn't trust the breakout for it to go to $100 or $101,000, right? It's just unlikely. You're gonna see a pullback somewhere in this region with either this is a no trade zone, okay? This box that I have here is a no trade zone, and I'll explain why. This area is a no trade zone. If you do break out from here and you maintain above this high, you have high probability of, maybe jumping up here to the weekly. If you reject from this level, then you have your trading zone rejection. You're rejecting double top. 5th wave could be very small. If you do continue above the highs of today and you move above this level, what you want to see is the rejection to then take into consideration this as a trading zone, right? So as long as the price is moving up here, I'm not interested in the short. I would only be interested in the short on the rejection of that weekly and that cheeky bump, that cheeky lower high right there, right? That cheeky little bounce. Rejection, SFP, just like this one here, where we did get that nice pullback of almost $2,000, right? So that we need the rejection to consider, okay, it's rejecting, stop loss at the high, and this could be a beautiful move down, start sweeping up these lower highs beautiful short, guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful short. If you reject from that level, we have high confluence, point of control of the entire range of the last 3 months, a weekly level, which is the weekly open from last week and the close, right, from the previous week. And based on the waves, it makes sense potentially to be in that last 5th wave where we are looking for a larger pullback. Okay, so that is the ultimate trading level for a day trade short. If we do analyze, you know, I can't give you there's no big major long just yet. Okay, there's no big major levels for a long, and I'll explain why. If this were to be a finished movement where you formed the wave 3 right over here, right, this has been the wave 4 and this is your wave 5, I mean, there's high probability in taking out the high regardless. So I do think that whatever happens here is possibly going to be corrective, guys. So we could be looking at a wave 2 formation. But we need to be very, very cautious, because if we start breaking down now with high volume, I would really say, okay, this has been a wave 2. It's very rare for a wave 2 to retrace so much, almost to the start of wave 1. It's very rare. But if we start breaking down, I will be in doubt. I would say, wow, if we break down with high volume, we're just going to have to analyze a little bit tomorrow what's happening in the Legends trading community on Discord to see, hey, you know, what kind of price action we are forming. I don't think we'll break down very aggressively, but if we start moving down, right, say that we break down, we get a little bounce here, right, we form a zigzag, and then, you know, we break back down here in another zigzag, right? If we start moving like this, I would consider this a double zigzag scenario, right? This is corrective. We're going to likely come up, especially if we do not take out the highs here in the coming hours. So, I mean, 50% golden pocket is a common zone for your wave 2. 0.78 is also common. It's aggressive, right? But if we do retrace down there, very choppy, and we dance around, there's no big strong wave 3s, right? We don't get a wave 3, right, like this one. Then yeah, we'll consider the possibility of a recovery, but we need a little bit more information. I can't say, right, let's take a look at the 1.618 extension. It would still be shallow from this wave, not hitting the 382 even, right? 382 is where we do have the 1.618 extension from this move. Yeah, you could get an instant bounce right there, which is around about 94,200, 94,100. But I wouldn't say it would be the end of the correction of this impulse. I wouldn't say this is it, guys, we're mooning from here. Well, you could get a small little bounce for a scalp. 1.618 from this move and the 382, but I think we should be ranging a little bit more. No big clear long, okay? We need a little bit of more price development, and then we can come to the conclusion. I can give you the level to short. We got a bit of price development here. But for the long trade, long was at the daily yesterday recovery. There was a nice cheeky short trade here based on this level that was mentioned in the Legends trading community. Nice little scalp day trade short down to the VWAP for a TP1. But right now for longs, this is too shallow for a long here. We need to see a little bit of more momentum. And if we break down very aggressively, then we have to consider the bearish case. And the bearish case on the higher time frame, like I explained at the beginning of the stream, is considering this an ABC flat. Wave 1, ABC flat. You're in wave 2 right now with a flat. And my goodness, this is not going to be looking good if we start breaking down. This could be an epic short, guys. The 98.3K, if we do head up there, which could still be squeezed as a wave C here in a flat. This, you know, if this ends up being a flat, this could be an epic short. I mean, to hold on some of the position with your stop loss at break even, because the rejection is very, very likely. I'm just saying I would maintain some of that short, because if this ends up being a flat and this is a wave, you know, a wave A, a B, and we just form the first wave 1 and wave 2 of that C wave, then we are looking for a possible 3, 4, 5, right? And then we're mooning in the next coming weeks. I mean, this is really a kind of a swing short zone based on this scenario at 98.3. So take it into consideration. And if we do start chopping around between today and tomorrow, and we are trading in this zone with a bit of choppiness, wow, I'll be updating with the Legends trading community, but I would be interested in a higher low right there, especially if we don't take out the highs in the next coming hours. This is going to be very bullish. If we start dancing around between today and tomorrow after a drop here, and there's no major big power or volume, this is going to be incredibly bullish. Very, very bullish. It will be a pullback. So, I mean, we'll analyze the situation tomorrow, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want more updates, you do have the Discord. Let's go through the comment section. It could go up or it could go down, says Chris, a positive entity. Yeah, this is the classic thing, right? From people that, you know, have no idea, right? It could go up and it could go down. It's not easy to analyze. Yesterday, look, listen, Chris, the guy here says that it could go up, it could go down. Yesterday, we were saying that there was a high probability that we were not going to successfully break down from here, and that we were going to get a significant bounce taking out the highs. It's all about looking for the right strategy moment, realizing what's going up, right? I can already tell you that if we do move up from here, this is a highly probability rejection to come back down to sweep up the lows. Pay attention to this drawing. And if I come tomorrow and we formed this exact move, it could go up, it could go down, right? It's all about knowing the exact levels, being patient, and getting a trading plan. Boring price action this time after an impulse yesterday. Yes, very true. XRP is crazy. My goodness, XRP, what you doing? It's not that crazy. Come on. It's not that crazy. It is pumping. It does look pretty strong. But anyway, let's take a look at a bit of news, legends. A bit of news. We didn't get to the just over 1,000 viewers. Not much, guys. People are, you know, not much. But we got the analysis. We got some setups. I think for a long setup, guys. This is it could be a cheeky long. It could be a cheeky long area. You do have a bit of a three-waver. There is a possibility of forming that larger, yeah, this move basically. There is a possibility of this, right, where you could be in a larger time frame, fourth wave. It is possible. It is possible. This has been your third wave, and you're in your fourth wave. You've hit the 0.88 Fibonacci. Very rare for a wave 2. I mean, this would be a bit of a cheeky long. A bit of a cheeky long. You've hit the 1-to-1 extension, right? You have hit the 1-to-1 extension. You've recovered from the lows. Yeah, I mean, it is a cheeky long. Stop loss at the low. You've hit the 1-to-1 extension, and you're taking out the highs as your take profit zone. It is a bit of a cheeky long. Don't like it too much, but it's possible. They got the nice burns. Andy needs to sleep. Very true, guys. I'm getting very boring right now. Let's take a look at a bit of news. We do have Donald Trump is expected to issue executive orders on the first day of the presidency regarding Bitcoin and crypto. Muy bullish. He's also getting a crystal ball. A crypto ball. Crystal ball. Donald Trump inauguration will feature a crypto ball honoring him to be the first crypto president. Is he going to moon stock market and Bitcoin and crypto, guys? Well, forget stock market. Will he moon crypto? Right? Will he moon crypto? That's my question. What do you think? Tether licensed in El Salvador. Strengthening focus on emerging markets and innovation. El Salvador. always leading in Central America. 11 trillion BlackRock says Bitcoin and crypto is growing faster than the internet. We knew about this years ago, guys. Of course it is. It's moving faster than everything. AI now is probably moving faster, but crypto moving faster than the internet. Of course it is. Adoption is moving faster. We do have 10 consecutive weeks in green. MicroStrategy and IBIT, right? Very, very green indeed. Guys, there's big accumulation from the big boys the last few months. This doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. Italy's largest bank, Intesa Sanpaolo, buys $1 million worth of Bitcoin. Not too much, but overall, you know, they are interested. We got signs of adoption, guys. Very good, good indeed. Very good indeed. Very boring, guys. I'm not really a good guy that goes through news, okay? I'm very boring with the news. I don't know how to do it. I need to learn from other news channels. We are technical analysts, right? Legends, I am tired. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Remember, you do have that incredible bonus with Weeks, guys. Weeks is an awesome platform, okay? You do have a great bonus, great fee discount, and you just need an email and a password, Legends, nothing else. Check out Weeks, guys. Incredible platform to trade crypto. If you can trade on Bybit, then I would go with Bybit. Bybit is for me the #1, but Weeks is a great alternative. You got a great bonus, okay? Check it out, guys, with the link down below. Thank you very much, moderators. Hit the like button. Let's get to 800 before the end of the stream. Thank you very much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. There's a high chance that that high could be taken in the next coming hours. Be cautious with that breakout. I don't think it's going to have enough power to go to all-time high, right? Or $100,000 plus. I think we're likely going to reject. So just pay attention on the price action. Do not put limit orders. We could fly here, and then you're going to blame me, right? We need the rejection. We need good risk management. Either a kind of a double top or a rejection right there is going to be awesome to manage risk. We could get a decent pullback. Legends, thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.